I'm David Bowman. I'm in the 5th grade, and I'm a student at Westover Hills Elementary School.
So I'm Miss Wilson, and I'm the CIS Site Coordinator at Westover Hills Elementary School.
My favorite things to do is play basketball. Sometimes I come to Westover and play basketball, and just stay here until it's ready to be night time.
David was in 3rd grade at Henry Marsh Elementary. That was our virtual year. And then that summer, he was placed into foster care. And so he started at Westover in 4th grade. Beginning of 4th grade, he kind of laid under the radar and stayed under the radar. And then about January or February, we started to hear his name a lot. David was kind of leaving the classroom a lot. He was not completing his work. He was kind of shutting down and kind of tuning everybody out. And so I learned that he had been part of CIS at Henry Marsh. And so I was able to talk to Miss Johnson there. She let me know about someone named Mr. Battle. And Mr. Battle was kind of a former teacher and mentor for David. Maybe a day or two later, I was walking down the hall and I see several teachers and admin kind of outside his classroom, and David's standing there, and I walked over and I said, "Hey David, I know you don't know me, but I'm Miss Wilson." And I said, "But do you remember Mr. Battle? If you go into the classroom, I promise that I will connect you with Mr. Battle this week." And so it took him about a second, and he thought about it, and he went into class. And then the next day he came in and he brought me his CIS form. And then that week we had a Zoom with Mr. Battle. He was someone that he loved and that he cared for and that he knew was a safe person. And so because I could make that connection for David, it kind of allowed us to kind of have a connection from the beginning. And then after about a month, we had developed a relationship. And so last year, he spent a lot of time in my office. We did a lot of supports and interventions and just kind of talking through feelings and kind of why we were having a hard time in class or things like that. David really was pretty quiet last year. He was kind of reserved, and there was a few times in my office where you could just see kind of that shell kind of breaking down, and he would just kind of unload, you could just tell he's kind of been carrying a lot of things and kind of a lot of weight.
My mama, she would drink a lot, and she would go out at night, and she'd leave us at home. And one day, we had to go into foster care. We have this chart with different emotions on it, and last year I put mad, frustrated, and sometimes calm, not all the time. It was hard, but I found the strength, and I did better from how I used to be. This year, I mostly put relax and goofy.
This summer, I actually was meeting with our principal, and she was talking about some leadership opportunities for our 5th graders. And I said, I really think that's something that David could do. I really think we need to, give him some leadership opportunities this year. I really think he could do that. And so he came in over the summer and did some practice, and he's now part of our Westover Hills camera crew for our morning announcements. He's our secret mascot, Justin Beaver. He was a huge part of our Black History program with Michael Jackson. This year, we've just seen a lot of growth in him, and one of the most growth with David this year is just his relationships with his teachers. He loves his teachers. He jokes around with his teachers, with me, but also just friendships. I feel like because you've been in the school now for 2 years, you've been able to really make some really close friends. He comes to visit me a lot now, but it's just to kind of check in and say hi, and he comes to group, but we've really seen a huge improvement in just his attitude and his behaviors and just his leadership in our school, and we're really proud of him for that.